All right, let's get into this. This is something new that I want to try once a month. About yeah, once a month, almost every first week of the month. That I just do something a little bit more creative that's Pokemon based. And for this month, I want to do something new, something that I've probably seen a few YouTubers do this before, but like everybody has a different taste. So I'm thinking of doing my own Pokemon region. And this was something a project I started a long, long time ago, and I never really got to actually going through with it. And now that it's 2019, it's a fresh year, new start. Let's do this. Let's make my own Pokemon region from start to finish. All right, so most of you may know that I'm actually from New York. I'm from the city, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it at all. I actually hate living in the city. It's my biggest pet peeve. So I think the best way to start off this series and the best way to start off this world would be starting the character off in a place similar to me, living in the city, and they want to get out. They want to be a Pokemon trainer. Now, personally, I don't like the city. My character, same thing, doesn't like the city, wants to get out of the city, and thinks being a Pokemon trainer is the best way to do it. I mean, it's Pokemon. What do you expect? So he lives in a city, and a city similar to New York, actually, pretty similar to New York. And he's looking for a way out, and he knows that there's multiple ways to go. He could go north, he could go south, he could go west. He can't go east because the east is the ocean, but he knows there are different ways to go. And I think it's a starter Pokemon, which will be the three Sinnoh starters, because Sinnoh is my favorite set of starters, besides Final Form, Piplup. I don't like Empoleon. It sucks. I'm sorry. But Sinnohs I believe in my personal opinion, Sinnoh has the best starters. So yeah, I don't care. Sinnoh's the best starters. So he takes the Sinnoh Pokemon. He takes Chimchar because Chimchar is actually my favorite Pokemon to start with, and he decides to head west because that's where he's headed. He's gonna go west instead of going north because north he knows it's gonna get really cold really fast, and why go north? And west is where the first gym is, and who doesn't want to go to the first gym and get their first Pokemon gym battle and gym badge? So my trainer decides to head west, and from there he reaches his first town, and the town is pretty different from what he expects. It's not like the city at all, and he starts to wonder, was it right to leave the city? All right, so when my character arrives, he arrives at this city that's also on a boat, and that's pretty weird to say. Like, imagine having a city on a boat. So he gets there and he looks around. He's like, "This is pretty weird. I've never seen a city like this before." But he slowly gets used to it. He's not really used to the rocky feeling because he doesn't really like boats at all. But he looks around for the first gym, and eventually he does find it. However, the gym is currently locked for some reason. He can't seem to get in without a key. And now, most people in the town say the gym's always been locked because no one ever found a key. However, a man approaches him and tells him that the key is in a place you wouldn't expect. And my character starts looking. He looks for the key, like, where is this key? I want to get into this gym. I want to get my first gym battle. And eventually he finds it in a place he wouldn't expect. It's in the gym, but he's locked out. How is he going to get in? He sees one way in from the roof. So my character does what he does, climbs to the side of a building, and jumps in from the roof, grabs the key, and opens the gym up from the inside. However, as he does, the gym leader stops him and says, "Wait, you you're smart. You got into my gym and no one's managed to figure it out. Let me have you a gym battle before we open the gym to the public again." And the gym leader looks at him. I look at the that character looks at the gym leader and it's like, "All right, let's do this. My first gym badge. Let's go." So the gym leader is a water type gym leader, and naturally, having only a Chimchar, my trainer is at a major, major disadvantage. And there's no real way to beat him. He eventually gets beat right out. And after the gym leader beats him, my character approaches the gym leader and asks, "Do you know I can get any Pokemon that might help me in this fight?" And the gym leader first looks at him, and then says, "I respect you, kid. Come back later when you have Pokemon that can resist my types. So get grass type or electric type Pokemon." And my character leaves the gym. He's a little upset, but like he knows what he needs to do. He could come back to that gym later and battle the gym leader. So yeah, he starts to walk out of the town a little upset that he lost his first gym badge, but not necessarily disappointed to the point that he's going to quit. Now, he starts to look around and wonder, where should I go? And from there, he starts to head south. He sets south towards a place he thought he could get his first gym badge. However, the place isn't exactly what he thought it was. All right, so as my character starts to leave the town, he looks at his map wondering, what was that place? I didn't really look at any names. And he realizes he's at Newport City. That was a city on a boat in the middle of the water, which was pretty weird for him. And he looks back at the map and sees he left New York City. And it's like, huh, New York City, then went to Newport City. And now he's starting to head south on the route. And he's looking around, all right, wondering, okay, I think I got lost. And he's cleared straight from the path. Like, he's so far away from the path. It's not even funny. However, in this moment, he does run into a Pokemon. And surprisingly, it's not really Pokemon he expected to run into. He runs into a Shinx. And Shinx was one of his favorite Pokemon as a kid. He knew that one day he wanted to own a Shinx. However, he knew Shinx were really rare in his region and didn't really expect to find one. However, he does run into one and he looks at it, it's like, this looks weird. Why is this Shinx yellow? And he starts to look at it, examine it. The Shinx looks at him and then slowly approaches him. And he's like a little confused, a little bit nervous. And then his Chimchar pops out of his Pokeball, looks at the Shinx. And then the Shinx and the Chimchar start playing around. It's like, okay, this is weird. What are they doing? Why are my Pokemon playing around? And while looking around and while watching Shinx and Chimchar play around, he looks at his Pokedex and wonders, why is this Shinx yellow? And he quickly sees it's a shiny Pokemon. And he's shocked. Like, this is something he's never seen before. He's never seen a shiny Pokemon before. Not on TV. And he hasn't seen one in real life until now. And he's like, this is like super rare. I gotta catch this. So Shinx looks at him, gets the feeling he's about ready to try and attack. And Shinx quietly just approaches him and prods his leg. And he's like, why are you poking me like this? And Shinx looks at the Pokeball on his belt and he's like trying to reach for it. And I take out the Pokeball and hand it to him. He quickly pops in and just chooses to be captured. And he's not necessarily upset about it. He's like, okay, this is 2 Pokemon. I got a Shinx now. And he looks at Shinx's moveset. Shinx has Spark. And he wonders, maybe I could use this to take on a gym leader. But he's like, no. Because that Pokemon was really strong. The water type Pokemon he used was really strong. I don't want to take on a gym leader and just lose. So, yeah. He's like, all right, let me keep heading down. And he looks at his town map and he sees the next town is Starport. And he's like, why are all these places on the water? I really don't like water. So he starts to get back to the path. Chimchar follows him, climbs on his shoulder, and as he walks on the path, he sees a group of people running straight towards him. And they jet past him, no explanation, nothing. And then he starts to see what's coming. And he sees a Tyranitar rushing after those people. And he starts to panic, not really sure what to do. And the Tyranitar rushes and catches up to him. Alright, so that's part 1 done for now. I mean, initially I was thinking, I'm going to do this once a month for the whole year. And now that I'm thinking about it, I want to do this once a week, maybe, if I could. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the first part, don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. Tell me what Pokemon you want to see on my team, because this is an open team right now. Like, I actually probably will make a team on this later when the whole series is over and done with. I actually really want to know what you guys want to see from my Pokemon team, what you guys want to see coming from the next episode. And if you enjoyed, like and subscribe for more. And I will see you on the next episode of this.